There's a strange, almost electric energy swirling around Montecito right now. It feels like the eerie calm before a storm, the kind everyone knows is coming but no one dares to admit. Meghan Markle, once the polished duchess who tried to reinvent herself as California's ultimate lifestyle queen, is allegedly circling back toward a reunion nobody expected. Or maybe, deep down, everyone saw it coming. And here's the twist. That reunion involves none other than her estranged father, Thomas Markle. Yes, the very same man she disowned publicly, the man she swore off in front of the whole world. And now? Whispers are saying Meghan just might be sliding him back into the narrative. The shocking part? Prince Harry, her husband, her supposed soulmate, could be the reason all of this is spinning out of control. Let's rewind. Remember that Oprah interview? Meghan sitting there with watery eyes, her voice breaking, telling the world how she lost her father. She painted it not as a physical death, but as an emotional one. A fracture so deep caused by betrayal, lies, and paparazzi deals that it was beyond repair. But insiders now claim that grief is shifting. That once solid wall of heartbreak and anger, it's softening into regret, and not just regret over losing her father, regret over everything she left behind when she married Harry, her siblings, her freedom, her independence, even her family dog. One choice spiraled into 1,000 losses, and now that golden California glow is starting to fade, Meghan may just be thinking, it's time to call daddy again. And here's where things get wild. Harry himself, in multiple public moments, practically admitted that he's the reason Meghan severed ties with her father. Whether it was his judgment, his advice, or the media war they fought together, Harry's fingerprints are all over the estrangement. He said it in their Netflix documentary. He confessed it in his memoir Spare. Those quiet admissions might come back to haunt him in ways he never saw coming. Because Meghan, she doesn't go down quietly. If her marriage is truly cracking, and insiders swear it is, she's not just walking out the door. She's walking out with a plan, a strategy, and possibly even a brand new support system. And shockingly enough, Thomas Markle might be her biggest surprise card to play. Paparazzi are buzzing. Journalists are sniffing around. Some even claim there's been unusual activity near Thomas Markle's house. Add to that the fact that Meghan's old social media posts are resurfacing, like that Father's Day tribute where she called herself his little buckaroo. People are reading between every line, every caption, wondering if this is all a warm-up for something big. And let's be clear, this doesn't just look like forgiveness. This looks like a strategic pivot, a calculated move to reshape Meghan's image. Because let's face it, the Sussex fairy tale is unraveling. The once sparkling power couple now looks more like a fractured duo. And Meghan, she's no stranger to playing the long game. If she brings Thomas back into her life, it doesn't just rewrite her story. It flips Harry's completely upside down. Remember, Harry was always positioned as the rescuer, the man who helped Meghan escape her toxic family. But if Meghan suddenly decides her father isn't the villain anymore, who does that make Harry? That's right, the controlling husband who tore a daughter away from her family. Perception is everything, and Meghan knows how to manage perception better than almost anyone alive. Meanwhile, Thomas Markle hasn't exactly been quiet over the years. He's given interviews, begged for a phone call, spoken out about his broken heart. He had a heart surgery. He claimed he was ghosted. The world painted him as everything from an opportunist chasing fame to a devastated dad desperate for his daughter's love. But now, with whispers of renewed communication, the narrative could shift overnight. And here's the kicker. What if Thomas held on to every email, every text, every screenshot? What if those receipts are waiting for the perfect moment to drop? If Meghan's planning a full-on redemption arc backed by her father, Harry's version of events will crumble like sand. Let's not forget another key figure here, Doria Ragland, Meghan's mother. She once stood like a quiet pillar at Meghan's side, elegant and unshakable. But where is she now? Rumor has it she's moved out of the Montecito mansion, putting distance between herself and Meghan's storm. Insiders whisper she's disillusioned. Some say she's just exhausted from the constant drama. Either way, if Meghan was counting on her mom to be the emotional safety net, that net is gone. So here Meghan is, without her mother, increasingly without Harry, but maybe, just maybe, with Thomas Markle back in her corner. The irony is almost cruel. The man she painted as the ultimate betrayer is suddenly looking like her last lifeline. And don't think Thomas doesn't know it. People close to him say he's not only willing to reconnect, he's ready to defend her publicly if it comes to that. That might sound shocking after years of dragging her in interviews, but let's face it, this is a father who still cares, even after being humiliated on the world stage. He's older now, his health is shaky, and this might be his last chance to make things right. And if defending Meghan means standing against Harry, all the better. Thomas has never hidden his feelings about Harry. He said it before. Harry never reached out, never treated him like family, never acted like a decent son-in-law. Those interviews, brushed aside years ago, may suddenly become powerful evidence against Harry. And Meghan? She won't even have to say a word. Harry already did the damage himself, with his book, his documentaries, his offhand confessions. Imagine the optics. Meghan walking into court or into the public eye with her father by her side, holding transcripts, apologies, maybe even leaked messages. Suddenly she's not the cold Duchess precious anymore. She's the daughter trying to heal old wounds, the woman brave enough to admit her mistakes, the victim of a husband who pulled her away from the people who loved her. It's brutal, and it's effective. Insiders say Meghan has been quietly collecting these moments, not out of spite, but out of protection. She knows how quickly public sympathy dries up, and she also knows how powerful a tearful father-daughter reunion could be. One photo, one interview, one staged hug, that's all it takes to flip the script. Meanwhile, Harry is crumbling. Reports say he's been drifting, showing up solo at events, missing joint appearances with Meghan, maybe even living apart from her. People close to him claim he's lost in a fog, unsure how everything spiraled out of control so fast. And the cruelest twist of all, the very family he thought he was saving Meghan from is now her possible safe harbor. Even worse, Harry's own words are now being weaponized against him. What he once said out of love and pain is now being reframed as manipulation, control, isolation. The rebel prince who was once praised for his bravery is now being cast as the man who cost Meghan everything. Insiders whisper about Meghan's next big move. No, it's not another tell-all book or Netflix series. It's softer. It's carefully staged. Maybe a reunion special. Maybe a sit-down interview with Markle, framed around forgiveness and healing. Cameras rolling, tears flowing, father and daughter hugging it out. Redemption packaged perfectly for global consumption. And in that picture, Harry won't be anywhere to be seen. If Meghan pulls this off, Harry doesn't just lose his narrative. He loses his place in the story. He becomes a shadow, sidelined in what was once their joint fairy tale. And don't think the palace isn't paying attention. They're watching. The world is watching. A Meghan-Thomas reunion would be media gold. And if it spirals into a messy divorce, custody battle, or just a public split, every second will be analyzed, weaponized, replayed endlessly. Thomas, meanwhile, may finally get his moment. Years of being dismissed, criticized, and ignored could transform into a redemption arc. The father who never gave up. The dad who just wanted his little buckaroo back. And Meghan, she doesn't even need the reunion to be completely genuine. In gossip, in media, perception is reality. And perception says she'll be the daughter finding her way back. Harry, on the other hand, might end up with no script, no control, and no role in the story Meghan is rewriting. Now here's the part people aren't talking about enough. The palace. They might be keeping their lips sealed, but silence doesn't mean they're indifferent. Oh no, the royals are watching every twist of this saga like hawks. Imagine the Windsor halls right now. Aides whispering, phones buzzing, advisors wondering if this Meghan-Thomas comeback could actually throw a lifeline back to the monarchy's reputation. Because think about it, if Meghan reconnects with Thomas, it makes Harry look like the outcast, not her. Suddenly, the royals aren't the ones who cut the couple off. The blame shifts right onto Harry. The palace could just sit back, watch him burn, and quietly reposition themselves as the stable family Meghan supposedly longs for. Brutal? Yes. Strategic? Absolutely. And trust me, they know how to weaponize optics just as well as Meghan does. A single well-timed royal appearance, a subtle press leak, and Harry is framed as the reckless prince who lost everything, while Meghan floats back into public sympathy with her broken but healing daughter act. Let's not underestimate Markle in all this. For years, he's been dismissed as the desperate dad, the fame seeker, the man who couldn't keep his mouth shut. But if Meghan brings him back, suddenly he's the father who never gave up. He's older now, weaker, still battling health scares. And that image, the ailing father finally reunited with his daughter, will hit the public right in the heart. It's redemption. It's raw. It's irresistible to the media. Here's the truth. Whether Meghan's reunion with her father is genuine or a carefully staged performance almost doesn't matter. In gossip, in media, in the public eye, perception is reality. And perception says Meghan will look like the daughter seeking forgiveness, while Harry looks like the obstacle she needs to overcome. The public loves an emotional twist. They love a redemption arc. They love to see someone once painted as cold suddenly become vulnerable. And Meghan knows it. She's rewriting the story, recasting the roles, shifting the spotlight back onto herself. And Harry, he may be left standing in the shadows, the one character without a script, without a comeback, without a place in the story Meghan is carefully rebuilding. The palace knows it. The media knows it. And deep down, Harry probably knows it too, because when Meghan steps forward with her father at her side, the world won't be asking what went wrong with her. They'll be asking what went wrong with Harry.